own Tyler Hooks bump up once again into the semifinal. He was in the first race yesterday and is now in today's show. Here we go. Off and underway. Our quarter even final. Mike Truhe going to be leading us out here. Evan Vail in that number 2 spot. CJ Jelin in the 3 spot. Mike Truhe, the Mugasiki driver. Veteran racer working his way around right now. Teammates with Adam Drake and Ryan Mayfield. Onto the backside of the track they go. Take a look there at our AKA track cam. Back around onto the left-hand side. Good battle right now for first, second, and third. Top 3 trying to stretch it out just a little bit here on lap number 1 on 4th. There goes Truhe down the front stretch. Evan Vail in 2nd. CJ Jelin in 3rd. Brandon Rose from 8th on the grid all the way up to the number 4 spot now. Into the back right corner they go. Coming back around here. Mike Truhe out front. Leading the way, Evan Vail in 2nd. Evan Vail made it into the truck main, and that was his first Roar National A main. Could he potentially make it into the semis and maybe even a buggy main? We're about to find out here for Evan Vail. Close call right there. CJ Jelin in the 3rd place spot. Nearly got into the back of Evan Vail there as they come back around here. Oh, CJ with a good run there. Vail closes the door on him, though. CJ trying to make a move as Brandon Rose pressuring him behind in the number 4 spot. Up and over the double through the plywood section. They drop down the Circuit of the Americas tribute here at Thornhill Raceway. Mike Truhe still out front leading the way here. Doubles on the left side. Drops down the front stretch now. Evan Vail still in 2nd. CJ dropping back just a little bit there in 3rd. Brandon Rose in the number 4 spot. Mackanick in the 5. Hunter LaFleur in the 6. Hinz, Oliveras, Wiggins, Langer, Darby, Westergaard, Schreffler, Hooks, and Hardison. As they make their way into the Thornhill step up there, Mike Truhe out front leading the way. Evan Vail, though, looking for a way by at this point. Oh, Vail had the inside right there. He checked up a bit. He checks up again. So Evan Vail right now, he knows he's in a bum spot. He's trying to play it safe, but yet at the same time, he wants to gap out the field. So if he can get by Mike Truhe, I think Vail may have a little more speed out here in this one and may be able to stretch away just a bit. We'll wait. Oh, Vail gets into Truhe. And they go sideways. CJ Jelin now goes from 3rd to 1st. CJ says, thank you very much. Oh, CJ gets sideways coming off the wood section. That sends Vail upside down. Mike Truhe back to the front now. What a turn of events right there. So Mike Truhe now back your race leader. That's going to put CJ Jelin up into the number 2 spot. Brandon Rose up into the 3 spot now. Evan Vail drops to 4th. Mackanick and Hinz, LaFleur, Wiggins, Oliveras, and Langer. Here they come out of the back section right now, back into the center now, coming into the plywood. Mike Truhe out front, CJ Jelin, the Kyosho driver, in the number 2 spot. Up and over the back, step up they go, coming back around here. Up and over the triple, back down the straight. Mike Truhe out front, Brandon Rose in 3rd here. Evan Vail going to be right there behind Brandon Rose, so 4-way battle right now. Who could take that bump spot? Still a lot of racing left to go here in this one. 3:20 down, 11:40 left to go here for these drivers. As they're making their way around here. $11:15 left to go here in this one. Mike Truhe still going to be out front. CJ Jelin in the number 2 spot. Brandon Rose in 3rd, Evan Vail in 4th. You see your top 3 right there, freight training their way around the track. He drops down, up and over the Thornhill step up they go. Oh, turn marshal there having to help out somebody. That was our 2nd place driver, I do believe. 3rd place driver of Brandon Rose. So Rose had trouble there on the uphill step up. So 1st and 2nd down the front stretch. Now we got a good battle between 3rd, 4th, and 5th just behind them as they work their way into the first turn there. And that is going to be Evan Vail, Ethan Mackanick, and Tommy Hinz. Brandon Rose dropping all the way back to the number 6 spot. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th all right there together. Everybody wants that 3rd and final transfer spot heading into the semifinals. Up and over the back, double jump they go there over the Thornhill step up. Evan Vail, car number 2, up into the number 3 spot here. Just behind him is Ethan Mackanick. Oh, little mistake there for Tommy Hinz. Brandon Rose going to be just behind him, followed by Hunter LaFleur, Anthony Westergaard, Jared Wiggins, Julien Oliveras, Tyler Hooks, Robbie Darby, Jacob Hardison, Jason Schreffler, and Sam Langer. Up and over the Thornhill, step up once again. Evan Vail looking strong in the number 3 spot. Ethan Mackanick, though, trying to chase him down. Oh, Ethan makes a mistake there. Gets a little bit sideways. Here comes Tommy Hinz now. Tommy Hinz, the X-Ray driver out of Arizona, looking for the inside line at the end of the straight. Has to check up. Here comes Rose now. Rose trying to sneak into the mix. Brandon Rose in the blue and yellow buggy. Chasing him down right now. Rose, the Serpent driver. As they come back around up onto the plywood, drops down. Look at oh, big mistake there for Ethan Mackanick. Mackanick grabbing some traction. Oh, in trouble for Mike Truhe now. Mike Truhe rolling it over. This is going to change all sorts of things up. CJ Jelin to the front now. Evan Vail to second. Tommy Hinz up to the number 3 spot. Brandon Rose to the 4. Mike Truhe drops to 5th. Ethan Mackanick in the number 6 spot. Hunter LaFlower the 7 now. So Mike Truhe with a traction roll as well there. That changes it all up. Ethan Mackanick comes out of that one just behind Truhe. So it's now CJ Jelin out front leading the way here in this one. Evan Vail second, Tommy Hinz third. Brandon Rose in the number 4 spot. There's Tommy Hinz. There's Brandon Rose. He's got Mike Truhe right there behind him. Over the left side, double coming back around now down the front stretch. Jelin, Vail, Hinz, Rose, Truhe, your top 5. 8:30 left to go here in race number 25. It's CJ Jelin out front here. Evan Vail in second. We're looking at that battle between Mike Truhe and Brandon Rose. Oh, Rose gives him a little bit of a wheel there on the takeoff. Mike Truhe goes upside down there in that one. $7:05 down, $7:55 left to go here in this one. Tommy Hinz right here in that third and final transfer spot into the semifinal. Up and over the Thornhill step up he goes, back on the left-hand side. Making his way back around to the front side of the track. CJ Jelin coming in at the 7:30 mark for his pit stop there. Evan Vail goes on by. Tommy Hinz in for fuel this time around. There's a good shotter. Oh, no! A flame out there on Tommy Hinz. Hinz flaming out our third place driver. He's back going once again. I guess if you're going to flame out, the place to do it is in pit lane. However, that's going to cost him tremendously. That was a 12-second pit stop for Tommy Hinz. He's going to have some work to do to get back up to the third and final transfer spot into the semi. CJ Jelin was out front. And I'm not seeing that CJ there. Here comes CJ now with a 41.9, showing him back in the 5th place spot. As they make their way back around right now. Oh, hitting the pole. Somebody on that far right side. Oh, getting wild. Somebody stuck on the backside of the track, now going off the track. All sorts of carnage here in this one. Evan Vail was leading the way. Nobody wants to lead this race. We're looking at Tommy Hinz right now as he is trying to work his way back up through the field. There goes Evan Vail. CJ Jelin up to second now. Mike Truhe back to third. Brandon Rose to 4th. There's Tommy Hinz in the number 5 spot. Hunter LaFlower in the 6th spot. Back around on the left side they go. So Mike Truhe in that final transfer spot. Here's Mike Truhe as he's working his way around across the plywood there. Fast lap from Mike Truhe. Going to be a 30.6 fast lap of this race. Evan Vail with a 30.075. Working their way around here. Here comes Truhe down the front stretch now. Mike Truhe fast lap of the race, his fastest lap of the race that time by a 30.2. So a good lap for the Mugen driver there as he works his way onto the backside of the track just ahead. 1.8 seconds ahead of Brandon Rose in the number 4 spot. Tommy Hinz still sitting in 5th. Westergaard, Hooks, Mackanick, LaFlower, Wiggins, Oliveras, Schreffler, Hardison, Darby, and Langer. Evan Vail out front here. CJ Jelin in second. 1, 2, and 3. All looking to try to bump up into the semifinal. Still keeping an eye here on Mike Truhe as he works his way around. Truhe through the center section, drops down across the plywood. Here's a battle for the lead now as Evan Vail trying to hold off CJ Jelin. CJ Jelin, the X-Ray driver, in the number 2 spot as they head onto the right-hand side of the track, down the front straight now, working their way through a bit of lap traffic. So far, lap traffic has been pretty good here in this one. As they, oh, here comes a whole cluster of cars ahead of them, though. We'll see if Vail can make it through that. Vail trying to cut to the inside. He gets by one. CJ right there with him as well. Up and over the step up they go. CJ trying to stick it in there on Vail as they head up and over the triple there. Oh! Almost some contact there. I'm not sure who that, I think that might be Robbie Darby. So Darby there not giving any love to the leaders here in this one. Darby just racing it out with them. Goes a bit wide there, allows CJ to go by first and second now. Up and over the double cross the plywood, drop it down into the step up they go. First and second going to be one of our closest battles we've got on the track right now with 4 minutes left to go. Up and over the triple on the left side. Dropping back down the front straight now. It's Evan Vail out front, CJ Jelin in second, Mike Truhe in third. Brandon Rose now not far back from Mike Truhe here for that final transfer spot. As you can see, first and second. Working their way back into the center section. A great look there at the plywood section from the AKA track cam. Here they come back around right now. CJ Jelin driving the Kyosho, working his way up into the number 2 spot. Mike Truhe in third, Brandon Rose in fourth, Tommy Hinz in fifth. Evan Vail out front leading the way here in this one. Evan Vail, the team associated driver, leading the way. Pretty successful weekend here for Evan Vail. Just got finished with the Truck A main. And here comes that battle for the final transfer spot here. Mike Truhe and Brandon Rose, 3 and 4. Here they come back through the center section right now. Mike Truhe in that final transfer spot. The Mugen driver, Brandon Rose driving the Serpent in the number 4 spot. Up and over the step up they go. Through the switchbacks onto the left side, up and over the short tabletop. Fast lap of this race, a 30.075 by your leader, Evan Vail. There goes Mike Truhe by the line that time with a 30.6. Brandon Rose with 31 flat. So 0.4 of a second gained by Truhe last time around. They head into the Thornhill step up onto the backside through the switchbacks once again. Mike Truhe bumped that inside pipe. Oh, Truhe makes a big mistake there. Lucky he landed on his wheels and Marshall looking the other direction. That could have cost him tremendously. It did cost him the position of Brandon Rose, but it could have cost him a whole lot more. Jeff Parker standing out on the middle of, oh, more trouble for Truhe. Traction rolling again. And as Tyler mentioned earlier in the broadcast, as the tires start wearing down, the grip starts coming up, the cars start getting harder and harder to handle. Back to the front once again, Evan Vail and CJ Jelin. Down the front stretch they go. Onto the right-hand side of the track here, Evan Vail, the team associated driver. Oh, Vail rolls it over. CJ Jelin goes by now. Jelin up into the number 1 spot, 1:10 left to go here. Back up and over the double through the plywood section. Oh, and a dead car. That looks like that may be Jared Wiggins. Here they come back through the center section once again. Evan Vail dropping back a bit. 50 seconds left to go. Oh, CJ. CJ pushing all the way to the outside wall there. Evan Vail able to close the gap back up on him right now. Vail all over the back door. Jelin. Here they come back around now. Jelin to the inside. Cross the plywood. They're going to drop down into the Thornhill step up. Evan Vail, very patient driver here in this race. Looking for a way by CJ, but at the same time, he knows they're both in the bump spot. Here they come down the front stretch now. Jelin, Vail Rose, your top three. Tommy Hinz up to fourth now. Mike Truhe, a couple of mistakes have dropped back to the number 5 spot. Tyler Hooks all the way up to 6th from 14th on the grid. And here Vail checks up just a bit there, not to get into CJ. Time has expired. This is going to be it right here. As they come around, Evan Vail may try to push it a little harder. Oh, comes up a bit short on the triple. That's going to seal the deal. Well, Kyosho CJ Jelin with the win here in the quarter even final. Evan Vail will take second. Who's going to take that final transfer? That's going to be Brandon Rose taking third here in this one. And there is Mike Truhe. He's going to be finished up the number 5 spot just behind Tommy Hinz. Tyler Hooks will finish up in the 6th. Westergaard, Mackanick, Schreffler, Flower, Oliveras, Darby, Wiggins, Hardison, and Langer. Coming up next going to be race number 26, our quarter odd final for our buggy class. So CJ Jelin, Evan Vail, and Brandon Rose bumping up to the semis. Race number 26 coming up here. Stay with us right here on LiveRC, your live broadcast brought to you by RC Pro Fuels as we get set to go racing here for quarter odd final coming up next.